Hi folks, Lincoln Quilliam here, your run director of the Canany Mountain Run. We are here on country, on Canany, and it's a great privilege to be here today with you, but also with a couple of palawa community members. Canany Mountain Run is all about stories and connecting you with the stories of the mountain and sharing the stories that the mountain has to share with you. And a big part of that is the Tasmanian Aboriginal, the palawa people, and their stories, the history and stories around what Canany means to them. Here we are today at Sphinx Rock on Canany. Amazing backdrop of the organ pipes here, and be talking with Sharnie Reid and Jai Crosswell shortly.
So the design that Jai and I worked on together, has a big part of it is about the first black man, first Aboriginal, and how in the creation time when he was first created, he didn't have any joints, he didn't have any knees, so he couldn't sit down, and his movement was restricted. And then through that creation story, Moini basically comes along and cuts him some joints and cuts off his tail, and rubs ointment on them and gives him the ability to move. And so I thought that was a really lovely kind of part of one of our creation stories to include in the design, because let's face it, this event really is about movement.
Yep.
And the way we as spiritual beings, as humans, actually connect with country. And we then, wanted to make sure, and through Jai's influence, that we also had some of our ancient cultural symbols as a part of that. And so what we actually have is a design that reflects not only the shape of Canany the mountain, which is highly recognisable right across the state, and further than that even, but also the connection of the ancient culture of Palawa people. We're one of the most ancient continuous cultures in the world, and our stories, our connections and our spirituality around country is very much a big part of who we are.
Every aspect of this design has a meaning and a purpose, and there's one special one in there that is a small line in the space, but it means a lot to you, Jai. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so one of the really, one of the details of this design that I'm very proud of is you'll notice that as we've tried to create that creation story, there is a silhouette in the centre of a face, and that face is actually the face of my Ningi, my mother, and that's something that hopefully will allow her and our rest of our family to be represented, because they have played an exceptionally huge role in me being able to develop my cultural identity and my cultural knowledge, and allow me to connect with country in the same way as my old people, which is a privilege and an honour.
Oh, thanks.